I'm Darcy, or Rainbow, and I am a flow artist. My first experience with the flow arts was with what I now call the physical flow arts. There's a difference between flow as a performance art and flow as a life. I like to think that I live flow and that the performance art of flow is kind of a byproduct of that. Developing your performance art is of course a lot of practice, and it's a lot of hard work, and it takes a lot of repetition. I've spent a fair amount of time practicing, hours by myself, time with friends, going to parties, listening to music, and just trying different things, seeing what works. So developing the flow art is a little bit more of a technical practice.
My name is Heather Leiden. I've been hooping for almost 4 years now. To prepare myself to be in sort of a flow state, usually it's just really breathing, focusing on the breath. No, there's not really a lot of preparation of the props themselves other than just, if it's fire, then obviously making sure that everything's in good working order and no wicks are gonna go flying off, or making sure everything is safe.
You have to make sure that you are using your tools safely first and foremost, and that you're being safe for the people that you're performing for.
So before you begin, you want to put your fuel up in an isolated location away from where you're spinning. You want to have a can to pour your fuel into and dip your flow toys into. So once you put your fuel up, you dip your foil or your wicks into the can. After you've soaked your wicks, you want to walk away and spin them away so they'll dry off in a place where you won't be spinning.
So as a hooper, I've spun fire hoop, an LED hoop, and then my flow hoops. The props kind of teach you how to move fluidly as you learn how to not drop them, or to do an extra little flare with them or something.
And one thing that I've really learned through my practice of flow and performance especially has been how much joy just expressing yourself and being truly yourself can bring to other people. And that has been so incredibly freeing and wonderful. It's probably one of the most valuable things that I've gotten out of flow.
The dance is more the flow that you use to connect emotion. So I always tell people that flow is a combination of flow arts specifically is a combination of technical motion and your dance, basically, whatever the dance of your inner person is.
Well, learning new things with flow can look several different ways. I've gained a lot from workshops, but I think the workshops that I've benefited the most from have not been so much about actually focusing on, I'm going to learn this trick and then this trick. It's been about things that really bring me into my body and finding my own dance and movement and what feels good to me. That's really what the most awesome things usually come out of, what feels really good to me. And oftentimes, new moves come out of mistakes, which I think is pretty amazing. You can be like, oh, I just totally screwed up. No, I didn't. I just made something awesome that I'd never thought of before.
With other people around doesn't just mean performance, where I'm the dancer and there are people observing or looking. I may also be dancing with other dancers, and then it's an interesting sharing of space to see how close can we come and interact. Can we make eye contact? Can we mirror each other or play off of each other? And especially I'm a hooper mostly, so there's actually this boundary sometimes when the hoop is on my body and around me, and it's easy to kind of be in this bubble if I'm by myself.
And you make it through your performance, and usually when my performance is over, I'm really winded, and I always thank my tools. That may sound really silly, but I always thank my tools, and I always set them down and just kind of pet them, and say thanks, because at that point my tool's an extension of myself, and if I'm thanking my tool, I'm thanking myself.